Hey, I get it, you're standing there looking at the endless list of beverage coolers and wondering if any of them are actually worth the money for your shop or office break room. You don't want to drop a couple $100 on a fridge that sits half empty, drinks lukewarm, or ends up being a headache to keep running. That's why today I'm digging into the Bodega BODEGACOOLER 12.5 Cu.Ft commercial fridge with a glass door, breaking down whether it really fits the everyday needs of a convenience store, a small CAF, or even a home bar setup. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about the kind of space this unit occupies. At roughly 12.5 cubic feet, it's the size you'd expect to slot into a modest back-of-house area or a front-facing display wall. The footprint is about 3 feet wide, so it slides into most standard retail cutouts without demanding a whole wall. That makes it a practical option for stores that have a limited display area but still want a dedicated beverage section that looks professional. If you're running a large supermarket with a multi-lane refrigeration system, you'll probably need something bigger, but for a corner of a gas station or a neighborhood market, the dimensions feel spot on. One of the first things people notice about the Bodega Cooler is the double-layer glass door. The inner pane is low-coated, which helps keep the interior temperature stable while the outer pane shows off the drinks to customers. In a real-world setting, that means you can keep the case open longer during a busy rush without the temperature spiking, something I've heard small retailers appreciate because the door stays cooler than many single-glass units. The glass also gives a clean, modern look that can blend with a range of branding styles, from classic vinyl wraps to sleek stainless steel signage. Moving to how the unit actually cools, the product specs tout fast cooling and energy-saving performance. In practice, the cooling system pulls the temperature down to about 38 F within a couple of hours after you load a full case of soda cans. That's fast enough for most businesses that restock daily or every other day. The compressor runs on a standard 115V line, so you won't need a dedicated 3-phase hookup, which keeps installation costs low. The energy-saving claim holds up in the sense that the unit has a modest wattage draw for its size, and the insulated glass door reduces the need for the compressor to kick on constantly. If you're watching your electric bill closely, you'll notice that the Bodega Cooler doesn't guzzle power like some older glass door models. Now, let's talk storage flexibility. The interior features adjustable shelves that can hold a mix of canned drinks, bottled juices, and even a few snack packs. The shelves are made of sturdy metal with a matte finish, and they slide out smoothly enough that you can grab a case from the back without pulling the whole unit apart. In a CAF that serves both coffee and cold drinks, you can dedicate the lower tier to coffee syrups or milk cartons and keep the upper shelves for soda cans, all while keeping everything clearly visible through the glass. The only limitation I've heard about is the shelf depth. There's enough room for standard 12 ounces cans, but larger 16 ounces or specialty bottles might need a bit of shuffling or could sit up against the back wall, which isn't ideal for consistent visibility. Temperature control on the Bodega Cooler is handled by a single digital thermostat that lets you set the internal environment in 1-degree increments. For most beverage retail needs, you'll set it around 38 F, but the ability to fine-tune the temperature can be handy if you're storing a mix of carbonated drinks and perishable juice blends that prefer a slightly cooler range. The thermostat is located on the front panel, so you can adjust it without opening the door, another small convenience that reduces temperature loss during adjustments. Ease of operation goes beyond just the thermostat. The front control panel includes a simple LED display that shows the current temperature and a door open indicator, so you always know when the case is being accessed. The door itself uses a soft close hinge, which prevents the glass from slamming shut and potentially cracking. In a busy shop where the door is open dozens of times a day, that soft close feature actually extends the lifespan of the glass and keeps the unit looking tidy. From a maintenance perspective, the Bodega Cooler is fairly straightforward. The interior is lined with a removable drip pan that slides out for cleaning, something I've seen cause trouble on older units where the pan is glued in place. The rear of the unit also has a service panel that grants quick access to the compressor and fan for routine checks. Users who are comfortable with basic HVAC tasks should be able to handle routine cleaning without calling a technician. That said, the unit does only come with a 1-year limited warranty, so if you're looking for a longer peace of mind period, you might need to consider an extended service plan from the seller.